video will instruct you how to make a flower using the Ladybug template. So besides just making a ladybug, we can also make a traditional flower. So you're going to cut everything according to the instruction document provided when you purchase the template from my Etsy shop. And we're going to start with the sepal, which comes with the flower, and we're going to roll all the petals up using the 3/16 inch dowel rod. So place your dowel rod down in the middle of the petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath, pinch it up, and then roll it along. Thumb, index finger, pinch up, and roll. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over so that way we have it prepared, because we're going to add it to our flower with the petals rolled under. Okay, for the two largest petals, we're going to roll them with the 1/4 inch dowel rod. So place the dowel rod down in the middle of the petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath, pinch it up and roll it. Pinch up and roll. And you're going to do this to all the 3 large petals using the 1/4 inch dowel rod. Pinch up and roll. Now you can use any colors. I just happen to be using some fall colors, but any color would work with this flower. Okay, the next size petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath, pinch up and roll. So we're still using the 1/4 inch dowel rod. Thumb on top, index finger underneath, pinch up and roll. Okay, our next two are the same size, and we're going to use a much smaller dowel rod. This is actually even smaller than 1/8 inch. So you want to use anything smooth and round. So you can use the end of a paintbrush, you can use a toothpick, a little bit thicker wire, anything that you have in your stash. If you don't have a skinnier dowel rod, you can use the 1/8 inch, and that would be fine. And we're just going to place it down in the middle of the petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath, pinch it up and roll. Okay. And then for all 4 of our smaller petals, we are going to cut in between the petals. What does that mean? So we're going to take our precision scissors and we're going to go right in between and make a small cut. I'm going to go every 2 petals, just because it's super skinny in there. Small. So again, 2, cut in 2. So you can see those little slices. We're going to take 2 of our petals and we're going to roll with our smaller dowel rod. Again, this one is skinnier than our 1/8 inch. And then our last 2, we're going to use 18 gauge wire. And you're just going to roll it along there. We want it really rolled tightly for our center. We use the resources that we have in our stash. So this is floral wire, 18 gauge. I just have a smaller piece that I cut off from a stem. But again, anything that you have that's super duper skinny and smooth. Okay, so you can see the difference between the two rolls. Now we're going to take our flower shaping mat, which is a soft foam mat. So if you are in need of this, I do ship them and have them in multiple kits. So you can purchase it on its own, so it's a soft foam mat, or you can purchase it as part of a starter kit if you need additional tools. So we're going to keep them lined up. We're going to take our two largest petals. We're going to keep one flat, and then we're going to roll the other one with our metal ball stylus tool right around the center. So the metal ball stylus tool comes in a set of 4, and it's a different size metal ball at the ends, and that lifts our petals up. Add some hot glue. We have an X here, and we're going to take one of our petals and place it in between, so come straight down, right on top, right in the center. Take your next petal, roll it around where the petals meet the base, and it lifted our petals right up. Add some hot glue, rotate. We're going to bring a petal down and place it in between. Okay, now we're going to set out our petals. So we have our 2, then our 2 we rolled with the skinny wood dowel rod, and then the 2 we rolled with our wire. So we're going to take an embossing stylus, but you can actually use the other end. It's just a little bit bigger. I like to use the embossing stylus. This one I purchased at Dollar Tree. And we're going to roll the center. So we cut into the center of these 4. Why? Because it really allows us to fold up our petals. So roll it right in the center. You can see how far they came up. Okay, so now we're going to start with the ones we rolled with the wire. And you're just going to gather them. However they get gathered, it can be totally random in front of one another. Add a little bit of glue, and we're going to glue it into the next one. And give it a moment to dry. Okay, fold up the petals right around it, however they land. And don't worry about it. Now we're going into our next 2, the ones we rolled with the wood dowel rod. Glue it into the center. Hold it there for a second. Lift the petals up and around. A dab of glue on the back. Now we're going into our second large ones. So I do kind of look at a petal and try and place them in between as best as I can. So that's what it should look like. We fold them around it. Hold them the best you can. Gonna glue it into the center there. So it's a super easy flower, super cute. Now we're just going to glue it right into the center of our flower. So I do kind of look at a petal and place it in between. If you wanted to, you could ink the centers of all the petals. That would look pretty. But we kept it super simple. Now we're going to roll the center, so we'll use a little bit bigger metal ball stylus. And again, the petals are rolled under. So I'm not stemming this, so I'm just going to glue it on the back, because when I don't know what I'm going to use the flower for, I may not even add the sepal at that point, or I will add a second sepal. Just glue her on the back so that way I could stem it. And if you wanted to, you can slightly pull your petals downward. But super cute, very quick to make. You can use lots of different colors. So thank you for watching.